Firstly, I would like to apologize and say that I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm wrong. Wrong that Parktown Residences is my new launch of 2025, because for all its beauty and convenience, the price point pushes it out of the strike range that I will coin it as my launch of the year. Because I was talking about it between 2000 to 2001 per square foot, right? I usually don't miss the price estimates, but this time I am very, very wrong.
Emotional damage!
You will still likely make good money, but remember, my job here is to not only identify the one that makes money, I'm here to discuss about the one that makes the most money ideally. By the time this video is out, you will have already gotten your Parktown unit or Alta, or got none because you're balloting number 3, or it's neither here nor there, where you are caught in between walking away from it and moving forward with a 2,500 to 2,600 per square foot Alta or a 2,425 per square foot PTR. Whatever it is, I hope you made the right decision, and at the end of 4 to 5 years, you will make the sort of gains you will come to expect. But if you're someone who managed to walk away and is still looking, I have just about the best rebound guy or girl you might want to land on. And this is very interesting because it slipped off my radar as I wasn't expecting prices to start so low. And if the price is really what it is, then this could push my prediction that Parktown Residences is my launch of 2025 all the way to one corner. Because to be honest, I was semi-disappointed with the prices the developer want to sell at lah. And that kind of pricing, it is almost certain that I have to rescind my take on it being the top launch of 2025. At this point of recording, I don't have any exact prices of Parktown yet, as it's only 20th of February, but it doesn't look too good, and neither does Alta 2. But what is this underdog that you can consider? It is another Lentor project, and it's also a project I guess the developer has ran out of names to name its project. I mean, it's Lentor Central Residences, but okay lah, it doesn't sound too bad. And for the benefit of viewers out there, and since we have gone a few times about the new Lentor Township, I will try to focus on very important points, okay? And I know a lot of you guys also will question the oversupply issue we have in the neighborhood. I'm not taking away anything from that, but I would like you guys to pause and think about it for 1 second. If the prices here do start from 2,000 per square foot as what it is being floated, how is this even cheaper than Norwood Grand when the location is vastly different? Well, it's only possible because of the temporary oversupply issue lah. Imagine Lentor Central is the only development launching and it's right beside an MRT and mall. You think it will launch at such price? Confirm easily 2,300 to 2,400 per square foot, right? That's why there are too many projects kind of benefits buyers, but not everyone. You also cannot anyhow buy. For Lentor properties, it is not so much about the first mover, second mover, or last mover advantage, whatever you call it. It's about how much you pay for your property. Who's the first mover here at Lentor? Lentor Modern. Imagine you pay a super high floor unblock facing 2,300 to 2,400 per square foot, thereabout. Is it really first mover advantage when you pay such a price when you thought you had bought into a first mover advantage? No ma. So what price you pay and what you buy is very, very important here at Lentor. For a start, I believe you must buy ideally the following. Number 1, the best looking development. Number 2, the cheapest range. Number 3, got schools. Or number 4, best layouts. If you're like Lentor Central, one of the best looking with the best layout and at an affordable range, not having a school might not be a deal breaker. But your extra brownie points is also that you are located just beside the MRT. No schools is okay, because you also cannot say everyone buys for school ma. It's good to have, but doesn't mean don't have means nobody you buy. So remember, Lentor is good to buy, but you really cannot anyhow buy because of the temporary oversupply issue lah. Okay, anyway, some basic information about Lentor Central Residences. It was acquired by a consortium that compromises of Hong Leong, Guacoland again, and CSC Land Group. Yes, of course, it's another Guacoland presence in the Lentor area. They paid 982 per square foot per plot ratio for this plot that sits on 158,000 square feet of land. There will be 2 towers of 28 and 27 stories with 477 units. Now, for some simple context, Guacoland got the Lentor Mansion plot at 985 per square foot per plot ratio, marginally higher than this, and eventually sold at a starting per square foot of like 2,100 all the way to 2,478 per square foot. So part of the reason why this slipped off my radar was also because I used the Lentor Mansion price range as a safe guide on this, and I didn't like what I saw back then. time. But with the guide prices released just a few days back, it changes the whole dynamic. How does it change? Please stay till the end to understand how the price is key to its selling point. But before I start, please watch the following. Disclaimer, whatever I share does not constitute financial advice. It is solely based on my opinion on what is right or wrong. So please do your own due diligence. If you're liking the content so far, please hit the like and subscribe button, as your simple gesture will help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. If you are interested to find out more about property related matters, please find all the social media handles I am on, or you can just directly reach out to me on WhatsApp. Separately, I have also set up a Telegram group at the start of the year so that we can have a discussion that we as agents are not allowed to do so online, which is to talk shit. So if you are interested to get into a community that talks about everything under the sun about property, please scan the QR code, or for the boomers out there, I have pasted the link in my description. We're going to close the group invitation in probably a month or 2 times, so head over and I will see you there. Now back to the video. Okay, let's quickly use the QPE framework to look at why this can be a pretty good pick to be part of your investment portfolio. Okay, first circle, quality. Point number 1, land size, facilities and facade. 158,000 square feet piece of land that in my honest opinion is actually quite well designed. There's a block that is elevated on the end closer to the park, north-south facing for almost all units. It kind of looks like Hillock Green on first glance, but upon closer look, it does look like a more refined version of Hillock Green. Grounds are not as nice as Lentor mentioned in my opinion, but it really feels like it's second best for the Lentor collection. 3 swimming pools, a tennis court, couple of function rooms, whatever need in a condo, you have it. I feel that it's much better than the likes of Alpha, for example. Point number 2, layout. This is one of the selling points of Lentor Central Residences. As it's a harmonized plot, the one downside of the layouts, even though it's very clean, is that the size is generally bigger than the most optimal unit type. And it's also because of this, when I used the Lentor mentioned price range to multiply by the larger space, the quantum or entry level didn't hit the sort of level that I'm very comfortable with. And of course, we'll get to that in a short bit. Now, for the floor plan, let's talk about the floor plan, starting with the 1 bedroom. I mean, what's there to really analyze for a 1 bedroom? 2 bed, 2 bath, because Lentor Central doesn't have any 2 bed, 1 bath. 678 square feet, dumbbell layout, or we call it the water gun, 689 square feet, conventional layout. Both comes with an enclosed kitchen, and since both also comes in different layouts, it really allows consumers to pick on what they are more comfortable with. The hot favorite dumbbell or the conventional layout where the rooms are all tucked at a corner. Overall, very clean, 3 stacks in total, all facing the pool. Next up, 2+ study, 797 square feet. Again, this is too damn big in my opinion. The A standard is really to follow EOK or ORI 700 square feet. Why do you need 79 square feet so big? Okay, although I know the layout is very clean. Dumbbell layout again with an enclosed kitchen and a study that is located just beside the dining. I know some people will say that the study can convert into another bedroom. I mean, hey, hello, have some standards lah. The study already so small, you want to convert to another bedroom and do a 797 square feet 3 bedroom. Just keep it like a proper 2+ study that can act like a walk-in wardrobe or store lah. Now this is the unit type that has the most amount of stacks, 5 in total. 2 of them are likely the premium facing on the park, 2 looking outwards to the future plot, and another facing towards the pool and linear park. Next up, 915 square feet 3 compact. Unit size not too big. Again, very clean layout, doesn't come straight into the house. Enclosed kitchen that has a window opening. All toilets have got a window. Now for all the unit types, sizes from this configuration onwards or bigger will fit in a queen, king. Okay, one facing the pool and entrance, the other facing towards the future plot. Next up, the 1076 square feet 3 bedroom premium size, just about right. This is like the carbon copy of the Lentor Hills layout, which is a good thing, but over here you get an additional store right beside the bomb shelter. All the units from here onwards will have a store. Now most new launches these days will give you either the bomb shelter or the store, so this ages out Lentor Hills just slightly. Same room space again, very comfortable layout, 2 stacks, one facing the lap pool, the other facing towards the pool, and at a distance the linear park that connects to the Hillock Park. Next up, 4 bedroom 1184 square feet, compact, again 2 stacks, 1 stack closest to the park and facing it directly. This is almost exactly like the layout of the previous 3 bedroom premium, but I give you an additional bedroom and a slightly larger master. Now this, in my opinion, will be the best seller because the size is much smaller but doesn't reach an extent it becomes disgustingly small. So if you multiply by the per square foot accordingly, the entry level will be the key selling point. Last size, the 1399 square feet 4-bedroom premium. To me, this is one of the best layout in the Lentor collection, with the exception of the Lentor modern layout lah. It is like combination of the 4-bedroom landscape layout, hillock, and the practicality of the Lentor Hills configuration. Along the way, Hong Leong also decided to give you 2 stores instead of 1 on top of the bomb shelter. This layout also has 3 toilets. Most of the competition only has 2. I mean, does the additional toilet gonna be a deal breaker? I don't think so, but it's always good to have it if it doesn't mean you pay a heavy premium for it lah. It is really like the type of layout that I foresee will have plenty of resale value in the future, the kind that people will first check it out before visiting the others. 2 stacks again, one facing the park, the other facing towards the future plot of land. Now that's about it. I think the developers have stick to their winning formula at Lentor Hills Residences. They clean it up with an even more efficient layout. Some sizes can be smaller, but for this point alone, I give it a thumbs up. Now, third point, location, MRT and amenities. It is located just beside the mall and alongside Hillock. It's just about only a 1-2 minutes away from the MRT. I mean, what else is there to further elaborate? Just walk across only lah. Fourth point, views. On the southern side, you should get a pretty good view of the Hillock Park, and at the distance, you overlook the Lentor Mansion and future Lentor Gardens plot, pool facing for the remaining 2 directions, and the northern side will overlook also another future plot that has yet to be released. On the lower floor, you also will get a decent pool view. On the higher floor, likely seeing a skyscrapers in the future. All in all, the Hillock Green Park view should likely be the premium facing. So for first circle of quality, Lentor Central checks out the boxes for almost all points. I really can't nitpick anything other than some layouts are a little bit too big, but the quality should be its strength in time to come. Now, second circle, exit strategy, target audiences. Again, I expect a fair bit of HDB upgraders coming from the north area and including nearby commercial estates of Yio Chu Kang, Ang Mo Kio and Bishan. I think I kind of will draw a line at Bishan because anything down south, I feel the people will find the Lentor location a little bit too ulu. Of course, you also should see condo upgraders from around the area who are attracted by the convenience that the Lentor brings to you with its mall and the MRT. From a school perspective and supply issue, I already covered it at the start. Lentor Central Residences more than likely will offset in every other aspect to make up for the shortfall of not having CHRJ St. Nicholas within 1 km. Okay, I still got Anderson Primary School, but as for the supply issue, I reiterate again, in the shorter term, there will be an oversupply problem, but making sure you buy the right one at the right price will cover your downside risk. Whether you exit well or not really depends on how near you are with your pick at Lentor. You buy wrongly, dead lor. So for exit strategy, it is still quite evident, although I can't say the same for just about everybody. Which always brings us to the last point and the most important circle, as always, price. And it is also because of price that I didn't pay too much attention initially, because I thought using the Lentor Mansion price range will put this high up there as being overpriced. Because you know that even if the quality and exit is good, price wrong, then everything is still wrong. So with the guide prices that the developers has released, we can take a look at whether Lentor Central is really priced to sell. Okay, so first one, I'm going to skip past the 1 bedroom as usual. I think I talk about 2 bed, 2 bath, 689 square feet, starting from $1.38 million or $2,050 per square foot. Now let's compare with our competition, shall we? Lentor Modern sold their 2 bed plus flex at around $1.5 to $1.75 million, and mind you, that is almost 3 years ago. Lentor Hills did theirs at $1.37 to $1.68 million, Hillock $1.45 to around $1.72, Lentor Mansion $1.44 to $1.59 million. Now the latest Lentoria sells their 2 bedrooms at between $1.44 to $1.63 million. So if Lentor Central starts from $1.38 million, doesn't it fall closer to being one of the lowest hanging fruit in the neighborhood? Even if it goes up to around, let's say, $1.45 to $1.5 million, this is essentially giving you an opportunity to get into a 2 years ago price with your development located right opposite the MRT end. So for this guide price and expected price range, it is solid unless they want to do it like certain developer, one unique guide price, then the rest 100, 200, 300k more expensive lah. I don't think so. Hong Leong doesn't have a track record of that. Okay, next one is the 3 compact, starting from $1.81 million, 915 square feet, 1984 per square foot. These are the prices for surrounding competition again. Lentor Central is really giving you the opportunity to buy at a 2 years ago price, or if not lower lah. Next up, 3 Premium likely starting from $2.2 million. To be very honest, I think Lentor Central 3 Premium doesn't have a distinctive advantage against the rest. It's only for this category type that I think the price it's so-so. As you can see, most of them transact between $2 to $2.05 million, all the way up to as high as $2.6 million. But most of them do transact in the $2.2 million range. So yeah, price here is actually okay only. Next up, the 4-bedroom 1184 square feet, $2.37 million, or the 1399 square feet at $2.7x million. Now, in the entire Lentor location, only Hillock and Lentoria has a smaller 4-bedroom compact unit starting from $2.4 million all the way up to $2.6 million plus, and at $2.37 million, this is the cheapest 4-bedroom till date. Okay, will it be replaced in the future? I don't know, but as of now, after so many launches, this is the cheapest, and because the 3-bedroom premium is expected to be 2.2xm, right? The gap between a 3 and the 4-bedroom is going to be very, very narrow, and that's not usually the case. So if you are someone looking to buy one for investment, this is probably the most optimal choice at Lentor Central. It is like equivalent to a 3-bedroom premium at Parktown residences, just for context. But if we were to expand out to the larger 4 bedrooms, the 1399 square feet, then the average transaction you can see here is between $2.65 million all the way up to $3 million or even $3.1 million. Now, with Lentor Central 1399 square feet likely going to be the most sought after unit type, the potential price tag of 2.7xm is going to make it the best unit type for someone who is considering half a mind for own use and half a mind for investment. Now, the config has hardly any flaws. I think you want to rent it out, it's going to be very easy. You want to sell it, you should likely face very little competition. So the 4-bedroom unit type is the best buy in my opinion for Lentor Central. Okay, so for prices, as you can see, the guide price floated changed a lot of the dynamics of Lentor Central residences. Previously, I thought like the 1399 square feet would be around 3 to 3.1, but it's likely going to sell between $2.7 to $2.8 million and upwards. In conclusion, although Alta and Parktown residences location are better, Lentor Central is no slouch either. The only objection most people will face is about the oversupply issue that the neighborhood has the image of, because everyone's worried about that. But as mentioned in the earlier parts, is that the oversupply issue plays with the price strategies of the developers too. If there's not many supply, then it won't float at such prices where even the surrounding resales in Panorama and Thompson Impressions are like trading at the same price point. Meaning it's like brand new selling at resale price or if not lower. Now, how is that not safe? And with that, this is about the only few OCL launches that are going to happen this year. Second half of this year, we'll likely see the new estate of Springleaf launching their first development there in almost a million years. You have missed Alta, you have missed Parktown residences, you have missed EOK, you have missed Nava Grove. This is legit one of the last hurrah for you that is at such an attractive level. So again, I'm sorry I'm wrong, and I would like to rescind my take that Parktown Residences is my new launch of the year, because although everything about it is good, the price just didn't hit my strike range.